Hey guys, Roger and Jay from the Roger and Jay podcast. Today we are doing a reaction video. Jay?
Yeah. We're going to be talking about a Facebook post, right? Done by...
Well, it was actual segment on the Today Show.
On the Today Show, based on a Facebook post.
Yeah.
Yes.
I beg your pardon. Based on a Facebook post by a woman who said that I always make sure I don't go to bed until everyone's lunches are packed, their clothes are set out for the next day, including my husband's, and the house is clean, dishwasher is on, and loads of washing is on. And then she discusses how she gets up early to make her husband breakfast in the morning.
And coffee.
Surprisingly, got ridiculed for that, eh?
Yeah, he got slammed on the Today Show.
So we're going to watch that video on the Today Show and give our comments.
Alrighty, guys. Thanks for watching and listening. Enjoy.
The Today Show seemed to be making fun of women, which is ironic because, it seems like the shaming of other women seems to happen by women as well.
Yeah, right.
It's not so much, how they talk about women. When someone says about wearing the same dress to an event, like 2 days in a row, like 2 times in a row, you can't do that. But men don't care. It's other women that care,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, a lot of the stress that's put on women to impress men is put on women by other women.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say.
Themselves.
So the Today Show had this little segment about a lady who likes to get up early and make her husband breakfast and coffee and have his clothes ready before he goes to work at 4:30 in the morning. So that's the
and doesn't like to get to bed
here
before the dishes are clean.
Yeah, and the house is clean in order. Okay, so let's have a watch and then we'll discuss.
Let's do that.
I want to take you back to the 1950s, or at least that's what I thought when I read this Brisbane mum's Facebook post. Brooke Smith shared her routine online. Here's what she said. I always make sure I don't go to bed until everyone's lunches are packed, their clothes are set out for the next day, including my husband's, and the house is clean, dishwasher is on, and a load of washing is on.
I'll just pause it there. So immediately this is on a negative spin on this. Back to the 1950s. The first thing I like to think of when someone says that is, what the hell is wrong with the 1950s? I mean, things were great. There are things in the 2020s that we're in now that it would be far better off if it was things the same as in the 50s, So it's just because time has passed doesn't necessarily mean things have gotten better.
And not a good way to start. She's already kind of mocking her and trying to influence the audience on where to lean.
Yeah, I believe it backfires.
Let's get up early, 4:30, with my husband to make his breakfast and coffee.
They hear that guy in the background?
My wife doesn't do that.
How dare she make her husband breakfast in the morning? God forbid. It gets better. It gets much better with this. This guy, man, that pisses me off the most.
Coffee. Go, Brooke. Whatever.
Why was that needed?
I tell you what, though, Chris, I mean, a lot of people online are saying, well done, are praising her.
No shit.
Who are these people?
This guy.
Who would make breakfast?
Who are these people?
Really ridiculous of language and behaviour by these Muppets here, especially that guy in particular.
Yeah, they're making fun of someone who she seems to be enjoying it. They're showing photos of her with her family. Yeah. She seems to be happy, enjoying family life and doing things right. And they're making fun of her. Like, this is what we've come to. For someone who's diligent and committed and hardworking. God forbid someone does not put themselves first and becomes selfless.
Exactly.
Like, we are a selfish people, everybody. We've been striving to be selfish.
That's the big point.
And you're making us look bad now.
Yeah.
So just get back in line and be a selfish person, please. Why? Like, we used to, honor that. Honor hard work.
Yeah.
Even if a guy wanted to get up and do that for his wife, awesome, man. If you want to do that and you have that thing working out with each other, and maybe the lady's going out and working hard and bringing in money then, and you want to help her in the morning, so she doesn't have to get up too early to do everything, that she can just focus on doing the things she has to do.
Well, you're not going to hear anyone say,
but if a guy was doing that,
tell her to get up and do it herself.
No, that would never happen. The response would be different. Or they'd probably call the guy a wimp or something. Or I don't know what they'd say. Maybe not. But it's funny. Like, she's working hard and she loves what she's doing and she's sacrificing for her husband, the person she's chosen to commit her life to and want to build a relationship and a family with. And she's doing it for her kids too.
And there's a good reason.
That's a bad thing.
There's a good reason as to why she does it as well, which these porcupines don't know yet.
Hypnotised her or something. Who does this stuff?
Who does this stuff? Who makes breakfast for their partner? Who does this stuff?
She must have been hypnotised.
Oh yeah, must have been hypnotised.
That's not normal, right?
There was a time
there is no people
this was
like that.
normal, and that doesn't mean that women were lesser citizens or whatever. You know, it was respectable that.
Oh wow.
The guy, in some families. If they're lucky enough, there's one breadwinner in the family. There's one person. Nowadays, unfortunately,
it's getting harder to just make a living
most of the time. If you're fortunate enough where you don't have to work, or maybe you're working later in the day, and you want to get up and make breakfast, like that's a nice act. That's an act of service.
That's the 5 love languages. It's one of the 5 love, and maybe that's hers. You know, that's how she expresses her love, by acts of service. Maybe it's not touch. Maybe it's not so much words or words of affirmation or gifts and presents. It's maybe acts of service, and that's usually how people receive love as well. So who knows what the husband is doing on his end? He's probably doing acts of service for her that she truly appreciates, and one of them might be going busting his butt at work for 10 hours. And that because she doesn't want to do that, but she appreciates that and she feels loved by him doing that, you know?
And they're implying that it's almost implied that she doesn't want to do it. She must be
old school, told to do it, hypnotized, maybe bullied to do it.
Obviously not the case.
It's not her free choice, because if she had any woman with free choice wouldn't choose that, because that woman doesn't exist. BS,
and she talks about how happy she is to do it.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the reason now.
So why is this even a story on today then? If it's something she enjoys and she posted about it.
The media has got to,
So
she posted it in a private group, you know. She didn't mean for this to be publicised.
Right. So they found it. Group. Maybe someone shared it, was shocked by it, and today's show got a hold of it and thought, wow,
we'll mock this woman
and mock her as well. How ridiculous is that?
It's crazy.
That's like the TV we're watching these days. Let's bully people. Like, how much are we going against bullying?
And then in the next segment,
schools, let's bully them on our big, morning shows and stuff.
And then they'll
like
follow it up with a segment about how bad bullying is and how we need to stop it and crack down on it. The hypocrisy.
This is the thing, man. This is where, do
you know why she does it?
Why she does it?
Because
she's getting up early.
Why she does that? Apart from the fact that she wants to, and she likes to keep a tidy household and all
some people
to her,
like cleanliness and order.
The main reason from her comments, because she did comment on this thread when they posted it, was that she knows the amount of accidents that happen early in the morning, and especially on his route to work. I believe they run a gym, so he must have early classes first thing in the morning. That's why he's up so early. And she doesn't want her husband to wake up even earlier to make his own breakfast.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
So he can be rested, so he's got a less chance of freaking dying in a car accident.
That makes sense. I remember one of my girlfriends used to do that when I had to get up super early and maybe I didn't want to get up even earlier. So I needed an hour if I had to make breakfast and coffee and all the other little things. But maybe if she helped me out and did some of those things, we could all get it done together, and I would do the things I can only do for myself. We can get it done in half an hour, and then we get to, I get to have an extra half an hour of sleep and be more rested. You know what I mean? Like, why is that a bad thing? Especially if the girl wants to get up and do that. That's a selfless act for someone you love. That's honorable, man. I would do that for the girl I love as well. If the roles were reversed and she had to get up one morning to go to work and I had the day off, I'd love to get up and anything I can do, babe. Do you want me to make coffee for you? I'll do the things that that you don't have to do. Make you breakfast. I'll clean the dishes. You just do what you have to do. Have your shower, whatever. Get dressed. Put your makeup on and go to work. Why is this a bad thing that we're mocking? This is ridiculous.
This is where we're headed.
This is human nature. This is part of being a good human being, guys. Let's not make fun of this.
It's like making fun of someone.
It's only bad if she didn't want to do it and he was forcing her and, I don't know, tying her up and, beating her up if she didn't do it.
Of course. That's obviously not the case. Let's keep going.
Breakfast and then putting his clothes out of a night? Is he disabled or something? Like, serious?
This guy, hey.
Is he disabled?
He's trying to get some brownie points, mate.
Is he? Or is he just a complete...
I mean, is he married? Does he have a ring? Like,
I don't know.
It's probably really. You can almost hear it in his voice. He's gone a little bit over the top. I mean, as actors, we can pick up that a little bit better.
Yeah. He's definitely trying to emphasize.
Really?
Yeah, disabled.
Just trying to impress the women and trying to be all. Like, I'm with you, women. I'm a feminist as well, you know?
And look, everyone's so funny. Everyone's laughing.
Yeah.
Ha ha, he's disabled. Idiots.
And this guy's got centre stage
Get
at
a
the...
grip. Get off your bum and do stuff.
You get off the bum and go to your gym. Look at him. He's not in the best freaking shape, is he? You want to start picking, little bits and pieces off people?
Fit lady.
Far up, man.
You know, God forbid she helps her husband out in a family.
Yeah.
You know, she should be sleeping in, making breakfast for nobody. The kids should be making their own shit as well.
Of course.
And the house should be a bloody mess, mate. She should get to bed when she wants to.
That is the
sleep
proper
early,
world we
get
need
up,
to live in.
Get up late and do jack shit. You're a lady, mate. You are free to do whatever you want and free to do whatever you want, you know? But it has to be this.
Is he disabled? I'm going to play that bit again.
Get off your bum and do stuff yourself.
My only theory is that she might actually like her husband and she might actually like to get up at 4:30.
Yes, of course.
A little bit of sanity going on. Wow, there is some life at today.
This other lady that's in the clip.
There is some maturity there.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
She's probably been holding back a little bit. She's like, you guys are freaking crazy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I like my husband, but make your own bloody breakfast.
I want to marry her.
I mean,
Make your own bloody breakfast. Why would he ever make her breakfast then?
I know, exactly.
You know?
That's
like
the
a
thing
nice
then.
thing.
Then that just gets, No,
you don't
it's
do.
one-upping each other and blah, blah, blah. Instead of one-upping on who's going to get each other back and be the cruelest to each other and you don't want to do it, I want to do it for you. And then all this bloody... animosity between each other builds and that's a great love life, isn't it? And that's a great environment to bring up kids. Why not try and beat each other in love? The Bible is all about that. Scripture says that, man. Those who are first, they serve, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the ones who serve are first.
Yeah.
They're at the top, man.
Apparently this couple run an MMA fighting gym.
Oh, like mixed martial arts.
Mixed martial arts, and they also breed bulldogs, so they can do whatever they want. I'm like,
you're not arguing.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? If it makes her happy, but I mean, there's nothing in that list of things there,
And she's got 4 children under the age of 6.
But did you see her photos too? She still had time to make her hair look beautiful and put her makeup on.
Women attacking women.
She looks gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, there you go, Carl.
Yeah,
women
making her
attacking women.
bad.
Yes, he nailed it there. At the end there. That was
that was Carl. He was the guy who was on off screen.
His brother is married to her. To Sylvia, I believe so, yeah.
Is that Carl's brother is married to her?
Pete Stefanovic, I believe. We're getting off topic there, but anyway. Yeah, so I know where they're coming from, right? I know, obviously, we've got a bit energetic there. I don't know that guy, so I don't think he's a bad person, but he just sounds really bad.
Just silly,
Poor
when we're attacking each other.
Yeah.
It's not about being left or right. It's not about being all about feminism and wanting women to work or wanting women to stay home and be traditional wives. It's about free choice. Every lady, as should every man, should have the freedom to choose what they want to do.
That's the hypocrisy. That's the hypocrisy with being woke and this whole movement, right? So women, they're basically saying here, this is driven by how women shouldn't be at home doing the traditional chores and breakfasts and setting out clothes that happened in the 50s. That's what they're implying, because women have come much further, which they have, but they're almost saying, well, now you have to, because now it was like they didn't have a choice back then. Right? It was like the man goes to work, the woman stays home, look after kids, even if she didn't want to do that and she wanted to do something else. Now we live in a society in 2020 where she has women have the option in civilized countries to go and get an education, go and work, or go and do whatever they want.
Yeah, which is great.
So they have free choice.
Awesome. Yeah, free choice.
But then if you choose to stay home and do something that's traditional, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, so
you have to go and get educated and go and get into $300,000 worth of debt and and get stuck in a cubicle and live there and work there for $30 an hour and then what?
Yeah.
Like you got nothing to show for it.
Yeah,
if that's not what you want to do, but you feel like this is what I should do. I should
be a slave for your boss, but not your husband.
Yeah,
like don't work for your husband, work for a boss.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, and get taxed and everything. But look, I think the whole feminist movement have opened, like you just said, have opened up a lot more opportunities and rights and privileges for women, which is awesome. We are all for that, right? I personally am more attracted to a lady who has ambitions and goals and who wants to go out there and do things. I find that more exciting and adventurous. And like we also mentioned, these days you kind of need that. It's hard to live off one income, you know what I mean? I'm more for the lady than if I was with a girl who wanted to do that, then I would have to make it work, you know? But I wouldn't force her to do it or not to do it. And I think, again, these things that the women's rights movements have opened up for women should be always a choice, though. It shouldn't now be from a choice to something. You have to do it. You should do it. This is what we want you to do. We're going to force you to do it, because that's bullying. And now you're like, it's almost swinging all the way to the other side.
Well, that's where it's going. And Jordan Peterson talks about this as well, because there are a lot of comparisons made, for example, in like with that Kathy Newman interview that I sent you. When you watch that, you'll see she talks about there being, I think, only 2 out of 10 or something CEOs of the top companies in Britain. And that's obviously sexism, which it's not.
And Peterson goes into a great debate on why that is like that. It's not because there's no opportunities.
We won't go into it. It comes down to
a big topic to talk about.
Choice, really. It's like it's a very select group of people who choose that vocation and to make that effort and sacrifice their family and life
because
to focus on one goal 100% to get to the top echelon, right? It's not just because and it's skewed more towards men, because men have different hormones and high testosterone and are built differently to be more aggressive in that sense, to go after those things.
They would almost sacrifice having a family to get there, whereas women are more so wide in a way that by the time they get to 30 and over 30, they're more so starting to question, I don't know if this is worth it anymore and if this is making me fulfilled anymore. So a lot of them drop out, right, and want to start. Very smart, intelligent women who have the capability of reaching those high levels, but maybe don't want to sacrifice, don't love it enough to want to kill everything else in life and be just focused on that one area. They'd rather have a balanced life.
And natural choices, that's what he says. Natural choices show that women are more inclined to go to sort of service-oriented roles, such as like nursing and stuff like that, which has a very low amount of men.
Look, people might argue, but that we've been, preconditioned to be that, and that, that'll change over time. But even then, though, Peterson puts up a good argument. You almost have to be like a little sick and insane to reach those high levels of being a CEO, working 80-hour weeks. Even a lot of men don't even want to do that. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't want to work 80-hour weeks. Man, it would have to be something I bloody love, man. But even then, if I had a wife and a family, like, shit, I don't want my kids to become 18, 19, 20 and I don't know them.
See them,
and they never want to visit because there's no happy memories of being at home and they don't want to know me anymore and they want to go. That would tear me up. I'm too, connected to family and love that side of life too much to let that go and let that burn for what? For like fame or fortune or success in the eyes of the world. Like, it's not worth it. So you need to be almost a sick human being. Not that that's bad as well, but some people are cool with that and they choose that one-dimensional life and everything else, falls to the wayside. And it's not an easy path, man. And mostly men are the ones that can go all the way there. Yeah. Some women probably can, but that's why there's not many. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the numbers have to be 50-50.
Yeah. It's like that's not, this isn't a thing about being balanced and fair. It's who wants to do it. Again, it's choice, right? Like, we have to, it's like the Academy Awards. It should be balanced. Like, man, these guys are running it. They choose who they like. It doesn't mean they're being, maybe this year was, they've been so, open with their choices in the past. What's it called? Like being,
transparent.
Yeah, well, they're diverse with their choices and
but
who
you don't want to win an award.
Now they can't be. There needs to be 2 Asian people. There needs to be 3 black people. There needs to be 3 white, and that's
who
not
wants
how
to win?
art
Who
works.
wants to win an award?
They're not even looking at skin colors.
Yeah,
they're just looking at the films, man, and they're not even basing it on names and color of skin. They're just looking at the aesthetics of the film and in their categories, and they're picking what they like, and they have every right to.
Yeah,
it's up to them. It's their thing. They run it. They can pack up and leave and not even have the Academy Awards then. You know what I mean? Like, why are we bullying everything? It's just getting really silly. Yeah. Anyway, I can go on about this, man. But again, let's run to,
So that was that clip.
With Tradwell, like with women's movements and being women who want to be traditional wives. Again, we're not for or against. We're for women having a choice. Each individual woman should have the right to make a choice, and one shouldn't bully the other. One shouldn't mock and make fun of the other, or force the other, or tell the other, or try and convince the other that they're wrong and they should do this and they should do it, vice versa. Yep. Every woman should choose, and they make it work with their husband, and that's their thing, and they, that's how they've made it work for themselves, mate. As long as the marriage can stay together, and everyone's happy, then exactly.